Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to Nightwing Knows. If you ever wanted to drop me a line, all you gotta do is shoot me an email right over here. If you haven't seen your question yet, please be patient. This is a video series, it's an ongoing thing, so eventually your question will get answered. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the question.
While we're eating.
Jack asks, the rumored price for Jordan Retros next year are $220. What are your thoughts on this? So I don't think this is an actual rumor. I think this is actually fact, and it's not happening next year. It's happening in the last quarter of this year, starting with the maroon 6s and then moving on to like the Jordan 11, 72 and 10s. I believe they're all going to be $220 or up. How do I feel about it? You know, to sum things up in one simple word, man, it sucks. That was actually 2 words. You see lately a lot of Jordans sitting. I don't think it's from quality because the materials now are on point, at least for the most part. What they're doing though is they're increasing the prices so that they can keep their profit margins the same. Greed is good for a company, but it can also be really bad for a company as well. And in this particular instance, it's not helping them out whatsoever. I do think that the colorways have a lot to do with it though. A lot of the colorways that sit are just not really inspiring colorways. They have some really weird story to tell, and unless they mark the shoe as limited, they end up sitting on shelves. But yeah, I know that the 220 thing is really kind of like drawing my attention away from that brand, and I'm really happy with what I have right now. I would love to stick the maroon 6s in here because that's the last original colorway that I need to complete that set. But are they worth the 220 price that they're listing them at? You know what, man, the leather on them is better than every single pair that is behind me. But 220 for something that they're going to definitely mark as limited. The main question for me is now, is it worth my time to try and obtain the shoe? And the answer to that is simply no. But yeah, as far as, you know, from here on out, they're only going to get more expensive. It's just what they do. It's been a trend for the past, man, I think like 5 or 6 years or so, and it is starting to draw away original fans like myself and bring in the new people that think that they're into the culture when they're really into, you know, the moment. They're not really into the culture itself and what the whole memory of the shoe means. Instead, they're in it for the quick, you know, Snapchat, IG fame or whatever, if that's what you want to call it, and then they're in it to flip it right after that once they're sick of the product. There's no real attachment to the product whatsoever like there used to be. So I think you're going to see a lot of people like me kind of gracefully bow out and say, yo, you guys can keep this shit. Especially since you're charging so much, it's really not worth our time to try and obtain it. And then you'll see other people that are kind of jumping on the hype train, jump on it and be like, yo, these are $220, they must be special. They don't know what they are, but they must be special.